guys, it's that time again. Hope everyone's doing well. We're going to do another spooky reaction video. We're going back to Slapped Ham. This one's apparently the real reason this creepy footage is going viral. Let's give it a watch. Let's hope there's some good creepy stuff that we haven't seen before. If you wouldn't mind popping by Slapped Ham's channel, I'd be very grateful for that, and drop him a sub. The link is in the description. If you wouldn't mind hitting the thumbs up on this video as well, draw some views in, I'd be grateful for that. If you would like to become a member of the channel, you do get early access to these videos and a few extra bonus ones as well as other perks for the live streams and things as well. So if you wouldn't mind doing so, I'd be grateful for that. In the meantime, let's get the cans on, give it a watch, and let's hope there's some good scary stuff.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. If you want the spookiest clips of the week, then you've found the right place. Hit that subscribe button and get ready for more seriously creepy content. Just like this.
Just like this.
Okay, I usually do not, or I never have believed in like haunted stuff, okay?
Our first segment comes
this
from
one
a
a long
series
time
of
ago,
videos uploaded
fails.
to TikTok by user Trent Williams in mid-2024. The story begins when Trent stays in an old Airbnb, which happens to house an antique piano with a heartbreaking backstory.
Unless there's an update.
Keeps an urn with his daughter's ashes on top.
It's an old house. It's on a beautiful lake though. But I did find out the daughter, the guy who owns the place, daughter died in a car wreck, and her ashes are on the piano. That's the piano, and it plays at night, and it freaks me out. I have chill bumps just being in this room. I do not get a good vibe, but it's scary.
Later that night, Trent films a second clip after hearing some eerie sounds.
Swear to God, there's nobody in there. I know you heard it. Vin, you heard that? No. Dude, I'm not kidding. All that. What was that?
But it's the third video that offers the most startling piece of evidence.
It keeps playing, I swear. It's this piano, I swear to God it is. Dude, no.
Watching that again, you can clearly see one of the piano keys pressed down.
So they're not exactly playing the piano like they're just hitting a key, but it'd be quite cool if the guy who owns a place
online, racking up millions of views and igniting heated debates. Many viewers believe this was authentic paranormal activity, especially given Trent's visibly genuine reactions. Comments flooded in, speculating that the daughter's spirit was attempting one final melody. Skeptics quickly offered explanations, suggesting the key could have been pulled by fishing line or manipulated remotely. Yet believers countered these theories, noting the key was fully depressed downward, making hidden strings or simple tricks unlikely. Others questioned whether the Airbnb owner had staged the incident to gain notoriety for his rental property. But exploiting the story of his daughter's ashes seemed extreme, casting doubt on this theory. Interestingly, locals commented that the Airbnb was already known in town for unsettling occurrences, hinting Trent wasn't the first guest to experience such phenomena.
it was the
Though the
timing
debate
of it
remains
as well.
open, the paranormal pianist story has secured a place in internet lore.
It's this piano, I swear to God it is.
It does seem legit, to be fair, his reaction, but like I said, it'd be interesting if the guy who owns the place set that up somehow mechanically as a trigger, but the timing of it is quite impressive, to be honest. But yeah, let us know what you guys made of that. That's pretty cool.
No.
This next eerie set of photographs comes from the historic Whaley House in San Diego, California, often called America's most haunted house. Reddit user Lola8454 caused quite a stir on the paranormal subreddit after posting two intriguing photos.
Like, would you really have... I know it's set up as a sort of exhibition piece, but that's just
in an upstairs room of this
freaky
notoriously
anyhow.
haunted home. The first image clearly shows what appears to be a faint, ghostly figure reflected in the window. Shockingly, a second photograph snapped just moments later shows the window entirely clear. The eerie reflection vanished without a trace.
It looked like a doll again, to be fair, the way it was posed.
Lola 8454 shared their confusion online, wondering if the face could simply be a reflection of a photo in the room. Yet the fact that the figure disappears in the second shot leaves the mystery wide open and genuinely unsettling. But here's where things
Slightly
take
different
an even
lighting or
stranger
angle.
turn. This isn't the only reported sighting of this particular face in the Whaley house window. Another visitor, Catherine M., shared her own photo from the very same room, capturing a remarkably similar apparition staring back at her.
It seems to be a reflection of where the guy taking or lady taking the photo is. I don't know, but it does seem to be in like all the clothing and stuff. But or I'm looking at. Are we talking about this? Is this the? Because the last one looked like a doll stood up. Have I got this wrong? Let's have a look. Oh. No, the circle and that. That looks like a doll posed. Like, I don't know, either in all the sort of Victorian garb or a Japanese kimono kind of thing. I don't know, with the long sleeves and stuff. But to me, this one looks like an old woman again, but in like a shawl or something. But I thought they were talking about this here because there's a face here now as well.
Then there's a third eerie snapshot taken by Marine DeVee, again featuring that hauntingly familiar elderly face reflected in the glass.
Seem to be similar, like. Well, that looks more of a clown outfit.
Viewers online have understandably found these captures deeply chilling. Some skeptics have pointed out the similarity across these separate images, suggesting perhaps there's a doll or portrait.
Yeah, I mean, they do have like a shawl kind of. Them two do sort of look a bit similar now, actually, looking at it. This one looks like it's got extended arms, like a clowny type outfit on. But the face looks vaguely familiar. But it's got to be a reflection of a doll or something in the
on a
room.
nearby wall being reflected consistently in visitors' photographs. But this rational explanation quickly hits a snag. Recall Lola's second photo. The figure clearly disappears. If it were merely a stationary reflection from inside the room, how could it vanish in just seconds?
It looks like it's a slightly different angle because this is higher than it is here. So it would technically be stood around this part of the screen here. But it's a different angle and it looks like there's a different image filter or something on there because it's... Well, they've
When you
zoomed
delve
in or
into
something.
the lore of the Whaley house, these strange sightings gain even greater significance. Built in 1857 by Thomas Whaley, atop grounds once used for executions, including the hanging of the infamous thief Yankee Jim Robinson, it's long been considered a hotbed of paranormal phenomena. Thomas Whaley himself claimed to hear Yankee Jim's ghostly footsteps pacing the halls.
So
Later tragedies
there's
further
plenty
dark
of pictures and
in the
photos and
home's
stuff.
history. Whaley's daughter Violet tragically ended her life on the property, and young Thomas Jr. passed away from illness. Over decades, visitors have reported seeing apparitions of the Whaleys themselves, phantom children playing, and countless unexplained occurrences, from chilling cold spots to eerie scents and inexplicable noises. The Whaley house remains a staple on paranormal tours and TV investigations alike, and these photographs, particularly that persistent reflection, offer yet another compelling reason to wonder. Is there truly a spirit trapped behind that upstairs window, or is it all just an elaborate illusion? The mystery endures, haunting visitors and viewers alike.
There are similarities, but it's got to be a reflection of a doll on a shelf or something. Surely. What do you guys make of that? Let me know. If you want to pop it in the comments or come by a live stream and have a chat, I'd be grateful. I'd like to have a discussion around some of these.
So I have to follow every fucking law, but that fucking faggot can leave the fucking scene without a turn signal? Give him a ticket!
This next piece of
Cyrus,
footage
man.
might just be the most
Idiots.
intense roadside meltdown you'll ever see.
Why the fuck doesn't he get a ticket?
Ma'am, I can help you talk to somebody.
He didn't use his turn signal!
Ma'am, can I please call you an ambulance?
Look at that, man.
Uploaded by the YouTube channel CopCam Max,
Freaky
the clip
people.
shows a routine traffic stop in Bruce Township, Michigan that quickly escalates into absolute chaos.
I wish I was a cop so I could shoot all of you! The fuck up! And get a pat on the back for it! You stupid!
Okay.
At first, everything seems fairly standard. A police officer pulls over a middle-aged woman for speeding, politely explains the citation and hands her a ticket. But rather than accept her fate, this woman erupts into a staggering 15-minute tirade, angrily demanding that the officer himself be ticketed instead, claiming he'd entrapped or unfairly targeted her.
I'm getting harassed by a police officer illegally and I feel unsafe and I want to get you away from me. Yeah.
What? I'm sending...
When they get there, oh no, I can call 911 if it's a fucking emergency. Do you know what the fuck that means?
You get
As her
some
voice
assholes,
grows
don't you?
louder and more furious, the officer maintains an almost superhuman patience, calmly repeating the reasons for the citation, but this only fuels her outrage further.
You're fucking shit-faced pig! Won't leave me
Nice.
the fuck alone!
She demands to speak to a supervisor, and that's when things escalate even more dramatically.
Okay, well, here's what's gonna happen then. All right, we'll write the citation, and then you can take it. Yep, that's what's gonna happen. Okay, I understand that you might not feel that's right.
No, you don't! You wanna fucking die? Get the fuck away from me! Get away from me!
Not get done for threatening now as well.
Get the fuck away from me!
Upon the arrival of the supervising sergeant, the woman, incredibly, decides to follow his patrol car in her own vehicle, aggressively tailgating and ranting wildly on the phone, all captured clearly by the officer's
You had some
body
bloody
cam
idiots,
footage.
didn't you?
Do you need an ambulance?
He doesn't have a third signal! Give him a ticket!
Do you need to go to the...
Why the fuck do I get a ticket? He can do whatever he wants!
Okay. Who are you calling?
Shut the fuck up!
Okay. If you keep calling 911, you could...
It's an emergency!
It's not.
I am getting harassed! People are breaking the law!
87 on the line again.
When they finally
Affirmative.
stop, officers move to arrest her for reckless driving and failure to comply. This sends her rage spiraling completely out of control.
Okay, hands behind you.
Watch out! It's broken!
I got hands behind your
God's
back.
sake.
All right, just...
The footage quickly went viral, sparking astonished reactions across YouTube, Reddit, and
Fucking
mainstream
idiots,
social
man.
media.
No, you're gonna repo my fucking car! No.
Not paranormal, I don't know why it's on here, but whatever. I'm just fucking idiots. People are scarier than paranormal.
No, I'm not.
Ultimately, this maximum rage incident serves as both jaw-dropping entertainment and a serious cautionary tale. If you're ever tempted to lose your cool at a traffic stop, just remember this woman's meltdown and the severe consequences she faced. A stark reminder of exactly how
face on
not to
it, man.
behave when pulled over.
Woman, about now.
I wish I was a cop so I could shoot all of you! The fuck up! And get a pat on the back for it! You stupid!
Okay.
Here's a quick and strange one.
They'll not be.
Not
We're
much is
hopefully
known
locked up
about
for a
this
long
clip,
time.
but it was apparently filmed inside a haunted house attraction somewhere in Asia. As a couple nervously navigates the maze-like corridors of the spooky attraction, one of the actors decides to take things to an entirely new level.
What the hell?
What's truly unsettling is the unnatural way her spine contorts upon impact, twisting into a position that looks genuinely painful
That
and
doesn't look
almost
good, like.
inhuman.
I think it's more our legs as well, to be fair, but that must have
The
hurt.
terrified couple must have seriously questioned whether the house really was haunted, or if they'd witnessed something
What
far
the
more
hell?
sinister than a simple scare tactic.
They don't know whether to leave us stay or what. That's mad. Absolutely mad.
Instagram page curious.chills recently shared an eerie photo sent in by one of their viewers.
No, we're looking over there, or I was thinking it was something to do with these guys breaking in or something, but I'm assuming it's whoever this creepy fucker is here.
Samuel, and it's left their followers completely baffled. Samuel explains, "I took this photo in 2015 and there should be 4 of us in it. If you spot the 5th person, please zoom in and let me know if you can see their face." The mysterious extra person appears shadowy, slightly blurred, and distinctly out of place. To this day, Samuel and his friends have no explanation for this mysterious extra figure caught lurking silently behind them.
Yeah, it's probably just a trick of the light or something. It does sort of look like someone to some effect, but yeah, I think that's just a trick of the light and whatever objects are in that corner. It is creepy though. It does look creepy.
This unsettling clip was uploaded by Doorbell Mania and quickly gained attention online for capturing a frightening close call. In the video, we see a mother and her young child casually
Again, it's just people just being fucking freaky.
walking up the porch steps, completely unaware they're being followed.
That guy's looking like, hopefully he's...
Unbeknownst to the woman, the intruder appears to have been stalking her, trailing her all the way back to her home. Thankfully, before he can get too close, the situation takes a fortunate turn. A neighbour working in a nearby yard notices the strange man and begins to watch carefully. Realising he's been spotted, the stalker quickly turns and retreats, disappearing from view. The footage left viewers shaken, highlighting the chilling ease with which such an encounter can occur. Many commenters praised the neighbour's presence of mind, noting that his mere proximity likely prevented a much darker outcome. It's a sobering reminder of how easily danger can appear, sometimes just steps from your own front door.
Creepy, creepy.
On the night of December 23rd, 2024, something strange appeared high above the Bahamas, leaving a flight crew shaken and authorities scratching their heads. Cassandra Martin, a flight attendant aboard a private Gulfstream jet operated by charter company Surge, recounted the baffling experience along with the pilots aboard her flight back to Fort Lauderdale.
I think we were astonished, and it was something that you really can't explain, but I don't have the qualifications to know what that is.
Mid-flight, around 45,000 feet, the crew received an unexpected call from air traffic control, asking them to visually identify an unknown object in their vicinity.
When all of a sudden I heard traffic control say, "We have a foreign object, can you please identify?" I looked to the left and pilot saw 3 objects, I only saw 1, and I grabbed my phone and I just pressed it to the window.
Peering out into the darkness, Martin and the 2 pilots quickly noticed mysterious glowing orbs maneuvering at altitudes far exceeding their own.
And it stayed with us for about 45 minutes, and then we didn't see it again. And we were about 45,000 feet, and it was way above us.
For approximately 45 minutes, this luminous orb tracked the jet, pacing it effortlessly at an altitude even higher than the cruising Gulfstream. Martin emphasized, At our altitude, around 43 to 45,000 feet, there's no way it was a drone or a weather balloon. It was way above us, and it moved in ways I've never seen.
Was it a little bit eerie? Yes, because again, we were pretty high up, and whatever we saw was even higher than us, and it had the capability just to zigzag and change color. So that was a little, daunting to say.
That seemed to be
Ultimately,
quite close.
after nearly an hour of unsettling aerial acrobatics, the orb abruptly vanished without leaving any clues behind.
What?
The incident quickly caught media attention.
It doesn't even, well, it shouldn't really be a drone or anything either if it's that high up. I don't know how high these things can go, like, but. And that close to the plane, it's like. It's a bit of a risky maneuver if you're on the ground looking in the dark.
Generating local headlines in Florida before sparking nationwide intrigue. Aviation experts have largely ruled out typical explanations such as drones, weather balloons, satellites, or meteors, especially given the prolonged sighting and the object's erratic movement. Officials from the FAA and military have thus far failed to identify the object or its origin. Online, UFO enthusiasts hailed the sighting as one of the clearest recent UAP encounters, citing the credibility of trained aviation professionals as witnesses and air traffic control corroboration. Skeptics, while acknowledging the unusual nature of the incident, caution that camera artifacts
That's
or reflections can't be completely discounted without raw video footage being made public. Martin, however, remains certain about what she saw, calling the experience both astonishing and daunting. We were pretty high up, and whatever we saw was even higher. It was incredible and genuinely eerie. As authorities continue to investigate, this Christmas season encounter joins the ranks of compelling aerial mysteries that remind us how much we still don't know about what may be flying unseen above our skies.
It's pretty impressive, that one. It's so clear as well. There is something there. I thought at first it might have been like a torch on the phone reflected in the window glass, but the weird zooming in and out and stuff, and impressive. Let us know what you guys make of that.
This quick but eerie capture was recently
No,
shared
we
by
saw this one a
Instagram
while ago as
account
well. I still can't really
creepy.fact.
get an explanation
According
for
to
this.
the
It's
original
creepy
poster,
as.
a patient at the hospital had repeatedly noticed something peculiar darting past their peripheral vision in one of the corridors. Determined to prove they weren't imagining things, they snapped several quick photos down the empty hallway. At first glance, the image seems ordinary enough, just a quiet hospital corridor with a lone wheelchair sitting off in the distance. But it's the reflection on the shiny tiled floor that gives this scene its chilling twist.
Yes, you can say the sort of reflection of looks like somebody stood holding the wheelchair handles. And there's nothing there. It's a good capture, this one. I do like this one. I
There's
don't
a
know how
shadowy
legit
silhouette
it is.
clearly
It
visible,
could just
a
be
figure that
Photoshop,
appears
but
to be standing directly
let
behind
us know
the
what you
wheelchair,
guys think.
almost as if pushing it forward. The patient who captured the image described feeling immediate goosebumps upon reviewing the photo, insisting they had no rational explanation for the figure's presence. There was nobody in the corridor at the time, and certainly no one pushing the wheelchair.
Good stuff.
Before we get to our last fascinating segment, remember to hit that subscribe button, smash like, and leave us some comments down below. The more you interact with our channel, the more you'll see us in your feed. In a bold move to curb a growing flood of supernatural claims, the Vatican announced new rules in May 2024 tightening how alleged miracles are evaluated. Under these revised
I don't know about the timing on this one.
guidelines, local bishops are no longer
Given
allowed to
recent events.
independently confirm supposed supernatural events such as apparitions, weeping statues, or other miracles. Instead, they must now consult the Vatican's dicastery for the Doctrine of the Faith, or DDF. Ultimately, only the Pope himself can officially declare an event genuinely supernatural. The updated guidelines replaced the Vatican's previous rules from 1978,
It does look an
which have
impressive
become
place,
outdated
like.
amid the rapid spread of sensationalized miracle claims through social media and online hoaxes. According to Cardinal Victor Fernandez, head of the DDF, these measures were necessary because of the viral spread of unverified phenomena, ranging from statues allegedly crying blood to images of Jesus appearing on toast. The late Pope Francis had also expressed skepticism toward
That's
constant
class.
claims of visions and miracles, notably saying, "Not all supposed Virgin Mary apparitions are authentic." Under these tighter rules, the Vatican has created a clear 6-tiered evaluation system. This includes judgments such as nihil obstat, nothing obstructing devotion but without confirming divine origin, all the way to explicit declarations rejecting events as supernatural. The Vatican now expects formal endorsements of miracles to become extremely rare. Instead, the Church will cautiously permit pilgrimages and devotional practices around such claims without confirming their supernatural status. Church officials specifically pointed to the Medjugorje apparitions, a highly controversial and ongoing case, as precisely the type of situation the new guidelines aim to address swiftly and clearly. Beginning in June 1981, 6 children from the small village of Medjugorje, located in what was then Yugoslavia, now Bosnia and Herzegovina, claimed regular visions and communications with the Virgin Mary. Over the decades, these alleged visions attracted millions of pilgrims from around the globe, transforming Medjugorje from a quiet village into one of the world's most visited pilgrimage sites.
Smart.
Despite its immense popularity, Medjugorje has consistently divided church authorities. While many believers consider it a sacred site of genuine Marian apparitions, others, including some prominent church leaders, have expressed doubts about its authenticity. Controversy intensified as various investigations led by church commissions failed to conclusively verify or dismiss the supernatural nature of the events. The ambiguous status created confusion among the faithful and clergy alike, who awaited clear guidance from the Vatican. Reactions to the Vatican's announcement have been mixed but largely supportive. Many Catholic theologians welcomed the stricter approach, noting it was overdue given how frequently new supernatural claims appear online. Catholic scholar Matthew Schmaltz commented, "Every Catholic prayer group seems to have a visionary these days, appreciating that the rules would help bishops avoid controversial decisions." Secular skeptics also praised the Vatican's stance, calling it a positive step toward rational thinking and rigorous evidence. Observers noted the irony that while the Church still upholds certain traditional miracles, it is now moving toward a more scientifically cautious approach with modern.
It will be interesting to see how they actually sort of investigate and qualify things and see evidence that's being proposed. Like, I might have to look into that and see what all that's about. But it's an intriguing concept, and it's, I mean, obviously, as it states, there's been images of like statues crying and like of Jesus or Mary or whatever, and eyes blinking and things, and it's going back way forever, really. Be interesting to see, obviously, now with the technology, how much stuff's actually captured and how legitimate it actually looks. It'd be interesting to see all that.
Claims. Ultimately, these guidelines reflect a Vatican effort to modernize its evaluation of miraculous claims, protecting the faithful from fraud and sensationalism, and
Not so sure about Jesus on a slice of toast, like.
ensuring the core teachings of the faith remain the primary focus.
Now, if you want to watch.
Yeah, some good stuff there. More instances of people being scarier than the paranormal, but never mind. Let us know what you guys make of any of those clips. If you want to leave your comments, be grateful for that. We have had quite a few coming back lately, so it's nice to sort of generate a bit of conversation about the clips and what your takes on them are. Or if you'd prefer, come by my live stream and we can have a chat in real time. Just ring the bell And again, when I go live, I am trying to go live a bit more often than I have done. Trying to get back into the swing of things. I am trying to come up with a more sort of schedule as such, but it's been tricky with life at the minute. I've got a lot going on, sort of in and out of working scenarios and family life and stuff. So it's all a bit tricky at the minute. But I am trying to do what I can, trying to get content out there. I am thinking about trying to get back into some of the other video styles that I used to do as well, more around the video gaming side of things and stuff. I do like the paranormal, but I do like that as well. I would like to do some deeper dives into the paranormal as well. Obviously, any help you guys can offer by becoming members or going through the Stream Elements donation system. Anything that comes to the channel will go towards making the channel better and sort of getting better equipment and hopefully going out and doing some investigations. That'd be quite cool. But I am thankful for everybody. We'll catch you in the next video, guys. Take care. Have a good one. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.